So we're fixing our closet up this week. Oh, I guess less than a year ago, we had redone our closet using bookcases. We love it. It turned out great. It's helpful. Here's the problem. If you can see, some of these shelves are way too wide. So we're going to add dividers, and we're going to have a shelf going across. So we're going to have the divider on the bottom part, and we're going to have it going across here. We have a lot of clothes, so to fit all those clothes, usually up here when we're doing projects, we have paint clothes, and we never know where to put them. So this was a spot to put them. The problem is they just get all bunched up. So that'll give us more ability to put that away. We're going to have a really creative solution that Paul came up with using, get this, boxes, cardboard boxes, but he's going to make them look nice. He promised me. We'll see. I'm guessing it may be temporary, but at least it gives us an idea of how we want to organize everything. But who knows? I may end up loving it. Sometimes he has these crazy ideas, folks, and I end up loving it. So who knows? We're going to have a better way to display everything. And it's going to take this renovation that we did and kind of elevate it a little bit more and just update it more. So that's what our project is today. However, we're also tackling these horrible bifold doors. This has been an issue, the bane of my existence, for a very, very long time. It just was never a priority for us. But as we've slowly started renovating our home, we finally are getting to this project. So we have this gap here that's been bugging me for a long time. When this is how it was when it was put in. And when it was put in, they just had this little gap here. We just thought we'll get to it eventually. The light inside barely works, so we're going to try to find a solution for that. Sometimes you flick it on and it just doesn't. You have to kind of keep flicking it on and off and maybe quickly flicking it on, and somehow it goes on. So we're going to figure that situation out. But also these doors, these bifold doors, I'm so sick of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually make these, turn these into doors, like French doors that will open like a regular door, and then the knobs will change to handles, and that'll change up. But we'll see, we'll show you how we do all this. Stay tuned and see how this all comes together. I think we're really going to love this. I hope you do too. So one of the other things we want to do here too is maybe do a little color coding, and this gives us a chance to go through our things and see if we want this. And one thing I forgot to mention is one of the reasons for that top shelf is not only to take care of the bulk, but it's also to maybe put our seasonal clothes up there and then have more of the in-season clothes down here. So that's another option, but also that's one of the things we're thinking of, but also maybe consider color coding the best that we can with the clothes and getting rid of some of that bulk. This is giving us an opportunity to go through some of our things. We do buy brand new things, but I do tend to do thrift shopping as well. So this will be an opportunity if things we thought were a great idea at the time are starting to get worn and maybe just not worth it anymore.
I'm using a 1x12 pine to put in these shelves, and I'm using pocket screws to put them in place. So here in our bedroom we have a mismatched set of nightstands. We picked each of them up secondhand at different occasions. There's the other one. And they are not working for us. So I found a great deal on Marketplace on a pair of nightstands that match for only $20. Yes, they needed a little bit of work, but well worth it. They had good bones. So let's go out and check them out. So here they are in all their glory. Yes, they've got some issues. There's some dog chewed on some areas. There's some molding missing on this side here, and all the handles, well, 3 of the handles are broken. All in all, these were a great find. They match nice deep drawers for storage, and I think they're going to be fantastic. Let's get to work. I'm using a file here to sand down the damage done by pets. I'm just rounding off the corner, and once I stain it, it should blend in pretty well. Just got to remove these nails from where the trim used to be. Must have gotten torn off from the previous owner somehow. Once I get the nails out, I'm going to use a piece of 1x1, just a scrap piece of wood that I think I have lying around. Just got to get the measurements right and put that in place, and hopefully the stain will match pretty well. In 2 of these drawers, in 1 of these units I should say, we have nice clean drawers. The other one unfortunately has this dirty felt. I've tried to scrape off of there and it is glued down really well. So what I'm going to do is clean this out as best I can and put a liner in there, probably some Luan or something similar to line the bottom of that drawer with. So Gina thinks these may be too dark for our bedroom. I think, however, this is probably right. Unfortunately, my sander is broken right now, so I'm limited as to what I can do. Limited for time as well. So I gave these a rough sand, but we'll go over this with the special walnut stain that we have on hand, hoping to get everything to match and make it look decent. And we're gonna put them to use once we get some handles for them that we like. And then we can always refinish these at a later date. I'm ripping down a long piece of MDF for the shelf across the top of our closet to give us a little more storage space. Okay, so my maybe not so brilliant idea for storage is to use these egg boxes that we've accumulated over the months and months. This is how we buy our eggs. And paint them. We cleaned them out inside with Clorox wipes, and they've been airing out for quite some time. I'm going to paint the outside of them, and we're going to use them for storage in our closet. Let's see how they come out. I'm just using some leftover paint we had. It's a light gray color. We've got these air holes here. I'm going to cut them into a little hole handle. We ended up actually cutting off the tops of these boxes. It just worked out better for what we're storing in them. So I ended up painting the whole box kind of for nothing. Let's take 2 coats. And now to do our closet door makeover. I'm going to start by removing the trim. I'm going to cut some big pieces of Luan to be the faceplate of our new doors. Now I need to take out all the hardware from the old doors. I'm removing the hinges and I'm going to reuse those. I'm going to rotate them 90 degrees and use them as mending plates to hold the 2 pieces together. Before I get into that, I'm going to add some pocket holes and glue to hold the 2 halves together. That combined with the mending plates and the Luan on the other side is going to make one nice solid slab for each side of the door. Now I'm going to add the Luan piece, the faceplate of the door, and then some 5-inch wide strips of Luan for the trim. I'm just going to hold this down with some glue and some brads. So I finally finished prepping both doors. They've been fused together as solid units and have the Luan treatment on. I'm going to be staining them in a moment. I found during this process that the door frame was out of square. I guess the house has settled over the years, so that's one of the. Made it difficult to get the doors to line up properly but I think we're in good shape now. I'm going to bring these downstairs and stain them because I think it's going to be raining shortly, and then we'll get them hanging up. Now I'm going to measure to put in the trim for inside the door. While I'm waiting for that paint to dry, I'm going to build a cover for this heater. So we've got these beautiful new handles. Unfortunately, as I kind of expected, they don't exactly match up. I just have to widen out these holes a little bit, and then these are going to look beautiful on there. Another issue was that these bolts they gave me were too long, so I had to cut them down with some bolt cutters and file the burrs off, and hopefully they're going to work. Unfortunately, it's kind of a common thing when you buy things online. They're beautiful handles, and we got them really quickly, and they're a great price. But sometimes the quality is lacking in that with the bolts and that sort of thing. So buyer beware, I guess.